So the second problem, as I said, only thing is the values will change, but uh, this time let us see if all are getting the similar answers. So the problem statement says that to synthesize a 4-bar mechanism or 4-bar linkage, that will satisfy in one of its position the following values. So we have omega 2 as 20 radians per second, and alpha 2 is given as 0 radian per second square. Omega 2, sorry, omega 3 is given as 8 radians per second, and alpha 3 is 100 radians per second square. Omega 4 is given as 10 radians per second, and alpha 4 is minus 150 radians per second square. So we'll use the equation for R2, R3, and R4. R2 will be omega 3 alpha 4 plus j into omega 4 square minus omega 4 alpha 3 plus j into omega 3 square. So now you know all the values. We have solved the problem yesterday. How you can add these values and put them into real and imaginary terms, and from that you can calculate the magnitude of R2. That will be under root of real square plus imaginary term square. So what is the answer you're getting for R2?
So 2525.78 units.
2 point. So can you please repeat it?
So 2525.78 units.
Okay. Any other answer? Because when I just calculated, I'm getting somewhere around 2205.
So 2525.
So this is the answer given by you, I guess 2525. The answer that I'm getting, I'll just write it here, 2208 for you. So anyone please verify if you are getting any one of this. We'll go ahead with that. Others, are you solving this or no? If not, then I'll just go on giving the answers. Okay, since I'm not getting an answer, we'll continue with whatever answer you are given, that is 2525 units. Similarly, theta 2, have you calculated?
So 8.19 degrees.
No.
No, no, so wait a sec. I'm not sure. So minus 8.19.
Minus 8. Okay, what about others?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually have got real term as minus 2500 and imaginary term as 360.
Okay. How come all of you are getting different answers? Let us just try to solve this. So what is omega 3? Okay. Just solve this. 8 into alpha 4 is minus 150 plus this will be 100j minus 10 into 100 plus 64j. Okay.
Sir, I have done the mistake. I have taken omega 3 as 10. Maybe that, because of that, I got
Hmm.
different answers, sir.
Anyways, let me say I'm just solving it here. So this I'm going to get as minus 2200 plus it will be 160 times j. This is the simple solution which I have done right now. So real term we have got it as minus 2200. Imaginary term is 160. So R2 will be minus 2200 square plus 160 square. So this answer, what I told earlier, is correct. My answer is correct. 2205. Theta 2 will be tan inverse of B by A. So what is B here? That's 160, or imaginary term is 160, real term is minus 2200. So the answer I'm getting here is minus 4.15. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, let us go for R3. It is omega 2 alpha 4 plus j into omega 4 square minus omega 4 alpha 2 plus j into omega 2 square. So omega 2 is 20, alpha 4 is minus 150 plus j into omega 4 square is 100 minus omega 4 is 10, alpha 2 is 0, and omega 2 is again 20. 20 square is 400. So without calculator also you can do this. Is it correct? For R3 minus 7000 plus 1990J.
Minus 2000, sir.
Sorry.
So minus 4000 J plus 2000 J. So it should be minus 2000.
Yeah, this is correct, sir. This is sorry. So this will not come right here. I made a mistake. So this is minus 3000. I'm sorry for that. Minus 2000 J. This is the answer. So it will be 3605 units. And sorry, this is R3. Theta 3 will be again tan inverse of imaginary term. It is minus 2000
minus 33.69. So plus 33.
minus or plus.
The plus.
It is 33.69. So this is the value of R3 and theta 3. R4 will be omega 3 alpha 2 plus j into omega 2 square minus omega 2 alpha 3 plus j into omega 3 square. So omega 3 is 8, alpha 2 is 0. So this will be j into omega 2 square, that is 400, minus omega 2 20 into alpha 3 is 100 plus j into omega 3 square. Omega 3 is 8, so this is 64. 8 4 is 32 j minus 20 j minus 1280 j. So this will be minus 2000 plus this is 3200 minus 1280, so 1920. So this is what you are getting R4, minus 2000 plus 1920 j. So R4 will be 2000 square plus 1920 square under root, it will be 2772. Similarly, theta 4
minus 46.16.
minus 43.8. Okay, so you know the values of R1, sorry, R2, R3, and R4, based on which we can find out what is R1. So we have R1 equal to minus R2 minus R3 minus R4. So you know what is the value of all the real terms of R2 and R3 and R4. Similarly, all the imaginary terms of R2, R3, and R4. So you can sum it up and let me know what is the value of R1 and theta 1. Yes, what is the answer for R1?
So 7200.4.
7,000.
7200.
I hope all of you are getting a similar answer here. I've not solved this one by myself, so I don't know what is the correct answer.
Yes, sir. Even I'm getting the same.
Okay. What about theta 1?
So minus 0.63.
So this is the answer what has been told to me, minus 0.63. Is it correct, or others are you getting similar answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So we have got all the four lengths and all the four angles by using Bloch's method. Okay. So I hope you realize that now in Bloch's method, all I can do is again change the values of these omegas and alphas and create one more problem. But the methodology and the solution for equations are going to remain same for whatever type of problem we have. Now, if you look at the from syllabus point of view, uh, we are done with this entire unit. This I have told you this is a very small unit. So we have only the Freudenstein's equation for 4 bar as well as for crank slider. Examples on that, and we are having Bloch's method of synthesis, which we have just now finished. Okay. So in the next class onwards, we'll be taking up this unit, which you have already most of it you have studied in your kinematics of machines only. So most of it will be revision. Few problems of higher level will be taking up, and some introduction to high speed cams, which is of course self learning topic, but I'll try to cover that up in this unit itself. So we'll understand what is high speed cams and what are the different terminologies that are associated with high speed cams. Okay, so this will be starting up with the next class. Again, this is once again purely graphical method. The entire unit is of graphical, so you need to, if you are going to solve this along with me, you need to have all the type of drawing instruments, including a pro circle is also required, because if we take up the cycloidal type of motion of the follower, then you have to draw the circles of very small dimensions, maybe like 6 mm or 7 mm. So in that case, that pro circle will be of much use to you. So please ensure that you have a pro circle with you while you are drawing this cams. Okay. If you don't have any doubts in this Bloch's method, then we can wind up the class. Okay, thank you. Anyways, I'll keep the meeting open. If you have doubts, you can ask.